Should make it. Yeah, just make some clip notes. Meanwhile, you can start.
Start the clip notes atau start the thing?
I don't know, whatever.
What thing? What do you have in mind?
I think we should start the podcast.
That's how we start. God,
Yes.
we haven't wang the engine that much, but sure.
Start your engine.
I mean, this is as cool as you get for an opening. Welcome to dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast.
Welcome.
Episode 90.
Yeah, 90. Wow.
Almost 100.
Wow.
And more to 100.
90.
Amazing that we have withstand this long.
Yeah, exactly.
Introducing the panel, we have Danial over there.
Compeko. Okay, alright.
Oh, I thought you gotta do the whole thing. Okay, that's it.
Malas.
Alright, the other side is Anan.
Yeah, hello. What's up?
And I'm Amirul Mekronos Ashraf. And I'm not gonna beg anyone these guys to play Minecraft with and make a creepypasta out of it. No, not yet. Maybe in time, we'll see. But yeah, how's the past 2 weeks, guys? How do you guys finding? We've entered August now. Amazingly enough, and you know
August?
More than halfway through.
yeah, the last time we convened, it was like the end of July. So yeah, now it's already the middle of August. That's how the 2 week podcast does. Yeah, we time skip a lot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, just wanna check in the scale to 1 to 5. How nationalistic are you guys right now? How much nationalism do you feel right now?
Okay, when it comes to sports, yeah, nationalism just rise up. But then when we see the politics, like, yeah, these guys deserve to die. Screw you. We're not gonna talk politics here, but yeah, that's my current outlook.
See.
My nationalism up and down. That's all what I see.
Daniel, have you how is your patriotism to call back the old joke we did like the first years of the podcast? Is patriotism go up or go down?
Well, I think you'll be more towards the down. 1 arrow down, not 2 arrow down.
And you know what? It's for what you were gonna say again?
Nah, it's just like I'm just thinking about doing that. Remember that bit where David Cage say, "Oh, you cannot say this," and then the character suddenly has, "Oh, the arrow down." Why not just put a frowny face instead?
That
No
guy
one
will
has done
remember.
no one has done a mod for that. Huh? Because nobody dares to mod the perfection that is David Cage.
You know what? You bring an interesting question. Is there a Quantic Dream modding scene that we haven't uncovered yet?
There is a Nexus mod punya because it will come through later because I am playing a game that is moddable. Tapi there is a Detroit Becoming Human scene, a modding scene at Nexus. But I haven't checked. Yeah, I haven't checked it. Ooh.
I see. I see someone will have to do some investigative journalism and report back the next episode, quote unquote. Good quotes all over that quote.
We got the Roblox investigation, then the 5M investigation. Now we gotta go to the Detroit.
Modding scene can be fun and wild.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, about the nationalism thing is that I brought it up solely because I just discovered this one tweet about something about, you know how the it's a meme of the cat that does the pop thing like
Oh yeah, pop
thing kan.
click.
Yeah, and then apparently there's one site that you can do the you can click and to make the sound. So it's basically a clicker site, a clicker game site. But that one site that I saw, the trick is it's not that it just number go up. It's number go up by nationality.
Ooh.
Malaysia is number 27 in the count. And then I keep on seeing people retweeting, hey, I've done my part. Here's 1,000. Here's my part. 10,000 clicks. Everybody's clicking, playing an idle game because of nationalism.
Yeah.
We gotta beat Singapore in this, man. We can't lose.
I mean, we already did beat Singapore in Olympics, so might as well go all out and.
I guess so. I guess the Olympic what you can not the side stuff, the aftermath of the Olympic is that still we still when you see, oh, where is our country? Can we raise it up higher? Let's go. Weird. I don't get it, but it's fine. But then again, I play games for number go big, so hey ho, who am I to say stuff? Anyway, let's start the show. I guess now we properly warm up. And where do we want to start?
Oh no, there's a fuck in the road. What you mean?
Oh my god! Oh, starting strong, eh? It's been a while, but now the Remake choice is back. The dia.log choice is back. In this time, more weak than ever. The two choices I'm giving these two guys have to make is like the one is the horrors of the past. The other is preparing for the future. Extremely vague. You have no idea what you're gonna get.
No.
Okay, let me use a random tool.
Yes.
You can just use a
pass.
coin flick.
Pass.
Oh no.
Let's go to the pass.
Oh
Yeah.
man. We're gonna open up some wounds here. This is the bad ending, I guess, but here we go.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's
no.
go.
Alright, so for listeners out there, you might have you might have noticed a very low energy Meck coming through episode 89, the previous episode. It doesn't help that we have to talk about our Bengals.
Yeah,
Where you know how I was like either annoyed, disinterested, or whatever feeling that is not that should be associated to quote unquote a host of a podcast, but that happened, and let me explain to you why. Because the stuff that happened that I'm gonna talk about is the stuff before that podcast, that episode recording, and directly after that episode recording. So, have you guys heard about a Dungeons and Dragons game?
Okay.
D&D game. Interesting.
Apparently, Will the Beef is not the only Dungeons and Dragons game. There's actually an actual D&D game, official license by Wizards of the Coast.
Ooh.
And you might be familiar with the title because it uses a very specific word combo that has been used in a previous game before, also based on the D&D universe. It's Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Oh man. Daniel, do you remember what I said to you about the game before we start the podcast.
Something along the lines of it is a blend game. That's it.
Yeah, I at that time I see it around like it's not trash fire. It's not like a garbage a hot mess. It's rather that it's just okay at the very least. So around mediocre to okay at least. That's why I say. For those who don't know, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance is a cooperative action RPG with an emphasis on action. And the way it plays is like 1 to 4 players. You can play as the iconic Dungeons and Dragons characters such as Catibri, and I forgot that dwarf's name, and I think that human guy's name is like Wolfguard or something, and also Drizzt or Drizzt.
What kind of name is that?
Drizzt the drow elf, I guess. I can't. Is super. Here's the thing. If I keep on saying like I keep on like comparing Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance as like something like a generic game, and it doesn't help that it's based on Dungeons and Dragons. It's not because Dungeons and Dragons is generic. Dungeons and Dragons is the big IP, the big thing, the role-playing game, the tabletop role-playing game that has influenced everything, even the video games we play today. And as such, they have become so commonplace, they have retroactively been generic because we've seen that before in other places. But still, if for those who care enough about the D&D lore, I believe those are like characters from like a novel, I guess. There has been references in other D&D works around. There's a lot of lore, and from what I've seen about of the game, the lore is handled very well to the point that, oh yeah, I don't get this thing. This must be heavy lore. Alright, let's just move on. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Dale. What's the Dale? Oh yeah, it's referencing the location called Icewind Dale. I've heard of Icewind Dale. That's another video game name before. Okay. So yeah, okay. That's the D&D stuff is, if you're here for the D&D stuff, I think Dark Alliance is okay. You'll find fun of it somehow. Like the fact that each of the character, because the character has been predefined, they all have like starter, the way the stats are distributed are based, the stats are called character sheets to be in line with the pen and paper game. So you'll see the stats including constitution, stamina, intelligence, charisma, those stuff that we have seen in countless RPGs before. Also, for some reason, for flavor, I guess, each of the characters have their own alignment, because I guess that's lore-wise is correct, I guess. Most of them are chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
I see no gameplay value of it. But it's there.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no value, why put it there?
It's not like, you know what?
There's no point.
You know what game that makes a point of using those alignments? Is the game that is lost under the other choice of a branch of a previous episode. Remember Spellcaster University that we've mentioned briefly on the podcast before, right? That game has alignments, right? And the way it works
that
is
makes sense.
Yeah, the way it works in that game, that's also a fantasy game about schools teaching mages with wizards and stuff, right? When putting alignments in there, if you align if you align your teachers with your students, they'll get bonuses to learning. So if your teachers are chaotic good, you should match them with chaotic good students. See? Just simple mechanics.
Exactly.
You don't have to do anything crazy. Just that. But here is because of law. They put it because of law. Okay, Dark Alliance. Okay. But that's the appetizer. I haven't gone into the main course. the main cause of the issues I have with Dark Alliance is that you know how a game okay, let me make a comparison because we have already on the food comparison. Okay, imagine you're ordering a food from your favorite takeaway app. Okay, you know the food that you want to order.
Yep.
But it's from some store that you haven't heard before. But it's a familiar food. Let's say it's a nasi ayam. It's a chicken rice. You know what to get in the chicken rice. You have your chicken. You have your rice. And at least you have soup. Okay. And maybe extra condiments. A bit of tomatoes on the side. And cucumbers. Okay. You know what to expect. And then when you order it, and then you wait. And then you wait. And then apparently, the store is busy. Alright, okay, fine. Store is busy. So your delivery is gonna be late. A bit. And then it arrive. And then when it arrive in a rushly manner because, you know, your takeaway app rider have to do all the work to make sure it arrives on time. They are playing Crazy Taxi without us knowing. But with less speed, unfortunately. And then they put it on the doorstep or whatever equivalent of a doorstep to your house. Leave it there as is, and then you come and look at it. Oh my god, the plastic is everywhere. I mean, the package is not soundly delivered. I mean, it looks rough. Okay, fine. You pull out the plastic and then you see, the chicken is not the size you expected. Alright. And then the soup is missing. Oh god, why the soup is missing? And then they put in some weird stuff on that you haven't. What, anchovies? Like fried anchovies on your chicken rice. What? Why do you do that? I mean, fried anchovies is good, but you should put it on nasi lemak, not chicken rice. Yeah. Somebody made a miss up there. Okay, fine.
Fried anchovy on Sunday ice cream. No, that's not how you play the game.
So now the expectations is already off. And then, where's the cucumbers? Look, some people hated cucumbers. Fine, that's fine if you don't like it. But this is basic courtesy. Where's the cucumbers? You don't even nail the simplest thing here. God damn. How? And then you put the tomato, you have like the crinkle cut slice. Why are you overdoing this? What? So this is what I experienced with Dark Alliance. Like, when you boil it down, the game is okay. You explore a very very specific dungeon, crafted dungeon. It looks good, by the way. Even the level design is actually like really expressive in a way, where not only that they try to make like vistas, but they also like try to make the world like loop around. Not Dark Souls like there's no shortcuts, but at least they try to make use of the small environment in a neat way. Like, there are like detour paths that you can get treasures over there. Alright, that's nice. There are traps that will stop you from getting the extra treasures and extra loot. But if you gear correctly, you can mitigate all the poisons and ice damage and stuff like that. Okay, that's cool. That's good ideas. Nice. And then you play, and then you go to the combat stuff. It looks nice. It has like the back of the shoulder, God of War style camera, third person. With the Forza style proximity meter, since you cannot see everywhere around you, so you need those arrows, I guess. Forza arrows, here we go. But then when you start hitting buttons and hold on, wait, I just hit these buttons. Can I cancel out the No, you cannot cancel out. You have to commit. Wait, what?
No animation cancel.
Either no or very minimal animation cancelling, because when you start a combo and then you try to hit the buttons and then you just like, oh no, you've totally committed. And if you try the mash dodge button a lot, man, you'll find frustratingly that you are stuck in a combo loop. And that combo is like, the animation looks fast, but it has a I think it's a long end time, I guess. It starts fast, like, whoop, but then, whoop, the cooldown is a bit long. That's what I feel. I'm not sure 100%, but I feel that's the problem. And also, you cannot like cancel out. So the problem is that also another addition on that, you have you can unlock special moves, and the special moves require specific button combinations. So basically, in this game, it's basically a tilt, a smash style. So one direction on the analog stick and one button. The thing is, I, for whatever reason, cannot find a way to get the moves to accurately or rather consistently performed. Like, I have easier time performing quarter circle special moves. I rather do Hadoukens rather than forward tap plus fierce attack and also any attack cancel. The description is also bad. It doesn't just say R1 or R2. It just say, oh, this thing and this thing can be combined. Dude, I cannot do the normal combination consistently. Then you don't hammer down. Don't make it complex. Don't make it more harder than it's supposed to be. It's just a tilt. It should be a tilt. It should be easy to do. But it isn't.
Yes.
So it's just a disappointment after disappointment then.
Like, for every 2 steps the game does correctly, it backsteps like 4 and 5. The game is not like it's not like unsalvageable. It's not like Balan Blunderwool kind of horrible. That's like, the design itself is horrible. No.
It is legendary fail.
It's like a million, like, I call it like a death of 1,000 cuts, because it's just small issues. It's like very fixable issues. The stuff like, oh yeah, speaking of about having problems with controls, right? The other thing that Dark Alliance, for whatever reason, is incompetent at, is making the contextual button prompts happen correctly. As in, I see the blinking item. I'm close to the blinking item. I am now in front of the blinking item. The context menu to say press square to pick up item has not yet appeared. I keep on like circling around the item. Still not appear. 1 more second. Okay, now it appears. Now you can pick it up. It also happens with ladders. So you have to like, you just run in front of the ladder for a couple of seconds and then it appears. Which is actually very frustrating when you put in like traps around the ladder. So they are like, the detour traps. Some of them are, you need to climb the ladder really fast. And then the only thing that stops you from doing it is the contextual menu not appearing. Dude, button presses matter. Make button press good. Especially the menus. Like, even the main level select menu, the way it is displayed is that, you go to the different locations, right? But they are displayed like all over the place. So you expect like, you're gonna have a cursor to move around. Or you can use the D-pad and it will highlight to the correct direction that you want to move. As in, if you press the right, it'll move to the right, the closest level that is placed to the right. But no, it works in its own way. I don't know, like, if you go right, and then it goes to the left side, and then you go, there's a list order that is not implied when you look at the map screen, which is very disorienting. This stuff is fixable. This stuff is annoying, but it's very fixable. But the fact is, they did not.
It do be like that.
Like but still, despite the weird looking chicken in the chicken rice, the chicken tastes good. It is cooked well. You know, the loot stuff. The loot stuff is handled well. You get when it drops loot, right? Even in the very common grey color of loot tier, you already have sets. So basically, you can get gear bonuses even when you don't get the rare stuff. The legendary drops, all the higher gear stuff just adds like more stat bonuses to the gear. But basically, if you can already, even if you don't get all the purple stuff or the gold stuff, you can still already like theory craft and make builds out of your character. That stuff is good. Those stuffs are good. And the fact that the levels are like, all of them are handcrafted. All of them can be bingeable. Like, you can finish it like under an hour or so. Even solo. And there's a lot of like detours and side tracks that actually rewards you for exploring. Doing something else rather than just fight. Those stuff are great. But man... everything else is like, come on, you guys can do better. Man, you guys can do better. It pains me, especially when, you know what? After the podcast, immediately after the podcast, I put up another game that's supposedly to be mediocre. Or at least mediocre. Just from the established, reputation of the franchise. It's a Muso game. It's the latest one, Samurai Warriors 5. Yeah, that's the title. I keep confusing with Samurai Showdown, by the way. Which apparently have similar art styles now. Oh god.
It's all imploding to each other now.
Okay. Daniel, have you been playing Samurai Warriors 5 as well, right?
Yeah, I have.
How do you find it?
It is a very nice game to, turn off your brain and then just mind lah. As you as you commit very big kills on people.
And you know what, Daniel? You know what Samurai Warriors 5 did better than Dark Alliance?
What do they do better?
Good button presses. The menus work. The action is just, you know what you're getting when you just press the buttons. You can cancel the animations. You move fast. The super abilities look flashy as hell. And also it's just a lot of fun. Despite being, if you think about it, Dark Alliance and Samurai Warriors 5 isn't like the big AAA game that will gonna be innovating the way we play video games. No. It's just like, technically, you can consider it junk food. Okay, let's consider both of them chicken rices. And whatever. But one is executed well, the other is like, they could do better. That's my problem with the Alliance. It's not that it's bad. All of them are fixable stuff. Like it's a death by 1000 C-class bugs. Like those many things add up to be something that I find hard to recommend as of right now. Unless it's like dirt cheap. Like on Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass for whatever reason. So yeah, if you are on Game Pass, try, I guess. Like it's not that terrible. It's just that, oh man, after playing Samurai Warriors 5, I have way too high expectations for Dark Alliance and it did not meet anything of that.
Oof. Very oof.
But seriously, if you somehow like Dark Alliance, go ahead lah. It's not that bad, but you have to work to find the fun.
It's kind of ironic that a D&D official game of all things suck at being D&D.
Yeah, and you know what's a good D&D game? Wildermyth?
Yeah, Wildermyth it's a good D&D game of all things.
The best D&D video game of 2021 is not made by Wizards of the Coast.
Oof. Very oof.
The irony is strong.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the pain from last week. Thankfully, I've recovered. Just to hint of the other path that we didn't take. I've been playing Dishonored 1 technically for the first time, because I just completed like the tutorial level the last 4 years and then stopped for whatever reason. And then I think like this week of the recording, Dishonored 2 was on sale, so like yeah, I need to play Deathloop, so I guess I should just do my homework and play all the arcane games, I guess. By all the arcane games, I mean Dishonored and Dishonored 2 and Dishonored 2 only. I've played Prey. Prey is still my gold standard for what I'm expecting from an arcade game. Dishonored is also really fun. But also, man, playing it during the pandemic, oh man, it gives a lot of different perspectives now.
Ooh, very like, where have I seen in this real life, huh?
There's a note you can find where one of the creators of the antidote that can fight the red plague is displeased that the majority of the people, the commoners, prefer the other brand rather than his concoction. Huh. And you know what the plot of Dishonored? There's basically there's a power struggle and there's politicking involved, but hey, let's summon in an assassin with supernatural powers to help us to stabilize the country while it's in a bloody plague. Interesting, huh? And yes, some of the guards do wear masks.
Of course they do.
Of course. At least the rest are not killing us. So we may be in a better timeline, I guess. So yeah, what have you guys been up to?
Oh.
I think we can address your strong thesis statement here, Daniel.
Oh my god. A thesis statement, wow. Alright, so
it's peer review time, baby.
Peer review time. Alright, so I have been, because me and my other friends from our Discord, we have been roped to each other to be playing this one game by a very small company by Bethesda Softworks.
Oh, speaking of Dishonored,
yeah, speaking of Dishonored. Yeah, like this is not by Arcade. This is by their very small publishing company. Tak pernah dengar. It's about about the fall of the out.
Oh yeah, by the Betty what now? Betty Game D? Betty Game Studio.
Yeah, the Betty Game Studio.
Good old Betty.
Yeah, and it's created by this one man. Well, it's not created; it's actually directed by this one man. I think he's going to go very far. His name is Todd Howard. Ooh, you guys have to remember that name. He created something special here.
I see.
Happy. Okay, so somehow we have been playing Fallout. Like my friends are been playing 76. Well, some of us, unsympathizers of the 76 cause have been replaying Fallout 4 again. So like a bunch of my friends, like one is making a charisma build, one is also making an intelligence build, and I draw the short straw, and it's now playing the strength build. So for those who don't know, the strength build, how do they calculate that thing again? I think it's like damage output coupled by their level, I think.
Yeah. When I thought you guys talking about thesis statement, I didn't expect formulas come into play. Okay, this is real actual academic journal.
Okay.
All right, I see where we're
Let's go.
going now. I'm buying time for you guys to look up this thing, the formula correctly.
Okay, so the thing because one of the staples of the Fallout franchise is the special system, which is the strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. So since I'm doing the strength run, so I'm pulling all the stats on melee damage and carry weight, which is a redundant thing for carry weight because babe, my hands are basically my weapons. Why would I bring other weapons? Well, perhaps a sniper rifle for the long shots, but that's about it. So here's the thing, as I've been playing Fallout 4, I'm also like trying to, look to all around. I don't know. I also have Fallout 3 installed as well for some reason. So I thought to myself, why not? How about we try that as well? So instead of playing one game, I'm trying now playing 2 games. One game on the what's that box thing? The white box with the X. Mac, do you know what's their name? I forgot the name now.
Yeah, it's the no, I'm trying to reverse the words and then it just come out wrong. So
is the series something like the series console? Well, yeah, it's now their owners. It's also a small company by Microsoft. So one playthrough is on the console, the other playthrough is on PC, and Strike doesn't really work that well. I think if you want to do like a melee only run, because like I said, like I alluded before, like let's say, for example, for Fallout 4. Okay, so you're in that, that very interesting, that one mission, if you're with the institute, that you have to snipe the guy, one of the raider leaders, from their base at like very far away from the sea. So how am I going to use my big guns? Well, not actual guns, but my big arm guns to kill to kill the man. Which is okay. I'm open to questions.
Okay, here's the thing. The thesis statement is a loaded questions, considering that when Fallout 3 was first revealed and was first hyped up, the big selling point or the big elevator pitch about it is that it's Oblivion with guns. Which is insinuating that the guns are secondary stuff within the Fallout games, and as most folks who play the Betty games, the Bethesda games, they know how the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout games share a very similar heritage. But then I didn't consider that in Fallout games, even if you don't pick guns, the enemies still pick guns. So okay, I see one point.
Okay. Tapi there is like I think around 3 pun there is some melee, tapi just close quarter punya melee, more or less. But
I mean, to be fair, even the Elder Scrolls melee combat is not that good, but still.
No, yeah, it's janky. It is janky as all heck. Tapi it is janky, but you are expected to jank, basically. Tapi itulah. The problem, I feel like, if you are going to do a melee only run like the buffoon that I am doing right now, you might have to like you can sell all the guns except one for in case of the guy is on top of somewhere else, macam basically on top of a building or on top of a ship with a very nice big nuke launcher, whatever.
Well, yeah, why not just use the long range weapon being the nuka launcher? So you still have your big arm guns and the big guns with you. That's thematically similar, I guess.
Yeah.
And makes use of
True.
your carrying strength as well.
Yeah, I think because I think like in Fallout 4, your strength, if you max up to 10, you can get like a buff, like a 20%, like those perks where you can make more damage with heavy weapons like a minigun and the nuka launcher. So yeah, it is a viable option, but the reason why I'm doing this dumb as melee run in the first place, besides me and my friends suddenly had the urge to play Fallout 4, is that there is also a mod which were recently added for Fallout 4, which adds finishes into the game. Like if you put let's say a raider to like half health, you can press the special key. I think it's alternate, and then he or she will do a finisher move, which looks really interesting.
Can you describe some of them if you can by on top of your head? Does it involve suplexes? That's the question. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
The mod is human grab attacks, basically. So you can, I think on.
Okay, now the logical next question is, can you layer on top of it a WWE commentator announcer? Something like, they came out of nowhere.
Maybe you can put it on top of, like a video or something, but yeah, it looks cool. It is a good mod. It's like, the mod is like 800 kilobytes. It's not even that big.
Huh?
Yeah.
So are they just using in-game assets to make it?
Perhaps, because it's only 800 kilobytes. So perhaps Todd Howard was yeah, because I remember Skyrim had finishing moves as well. Because if you were a bard, the barbarian class, you can do finishing moves. Like then they will just cut off into like cinematic shots, and then you see a deer or tiger, get punched into like that. And knowing Bethesda and their reliance on an engine that is now 20 years old, maybe there were grab attacks before Todd the God going there. Then this is too cartoonish for us.
Yeah, there's probably some animation in there. It just activated. That makes sense.
Yeah, imagine them finding glory kills inside the Fallout engine and like, oh yeah, sure, let's go, let's make a mod of it.
Because I'm reading the what's it called, the blurb on their mod page. It includes 80 kind of attack moves, including moves from the DLC. So basically, it is. Yeah, I reckon it is from Skyrim. They just reactivated it.
See, this is frugal resource management at its finest.
Yeah, okay.
The hidden features.
Yeah, the hidden features. This is like that modder that unlocked the hot coffee mod for Andreas. You just have to find it.
What do you mean reuse assets? This is creative use of the same thing that you might have seen before.
Creative reuse.
Okay, I have an interesting question. Will this, since they are still using the Grain Barrier engine for Garfield, can you?
Yeah.
So that means they can still do the Buster move on your upcoming space sci-fi open world game in 2023.
I mean, as long as there's a humanoid enemy that does that to you, I think they can repurpose that, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know if if I want to see a very Neil Armstrong as astronaut guy
Buster move the aliens
doing the rock bottom or something. That's cool, but
yeah, the man with like the spacesuit kind, like a blocky spacesuit doing the same move.
Yeah, now I'm picturing people in astronaut suits doing the people's elbow and something.
Yeah.
Man, now we're gonna request to the people who make wrestling games, put astronaut suits, man. Look how stupid it is. You can put a clown in the wrestling federation. Why not an astronaut gimmick? Probably not safe, but yeah.
Like I think like one of the leak pictures for Starfield, there is a player character with a jetpack. Imagine the finishing move, jetpack into the guy, and then you do
Jetpack suplex.
jetpack suplex.
Oh my god, we're taking it out of this world. Like.
Taking it to the moon.
We have so much space now.
Are we starting a fun battle now?
Nah, that's it. I'm out of ammo.
Besta. Yeah, they are. Yep, I can confirm they are using the creation agent, the game bio agent that they have been using for. Alright. Okay, like for
Since
Fallout
the dawn
3.
of time.
Like Fallout 3, okay? So that means Fallout 3 came in 2007. Yeah, so almost 2 decades lah. Almost 2 decades, gila. And the one way to beautify a game that is almost 2 decades old, just put a ENB shader and you're good to go. Tapi macam tu lah. Cyberpunk wishes it was this flexible. But all I'm seeing from the Cyberpunk mod page is just here's a new type of skin. Ooh, a flashlight.
Yeah, I mean, I dug into some of the cyberpunk modding scene. It's quite difficult. Let's say even if you extract the assets, it's so proprietary that you have to do a lot of reconstruction. So let's say for example, you extract models. It's so proprietary, like you need to reconstruct the bone structure, then the skin, the texture. It's a lot of hard work.
Oh,
so I can see that.
Basically,
it's quite difficult.
They threw a bone.
Have fun.
But they know the chicken bone is probably not edible. You gotta work to make it good.
Yeah, you have to work. Yeah, because they aim for realism. So all the models, the animations are more kept to high detail. So you can imagine the complexity of every asset in and of itself.
Yeah, I just imagine the rigging stuff gonna be complicated.
Yeah, I mean, even reading through some of the discussion within the modding community is like total headache.
And that's why you guys, like, if people mock Fallout 4, oh, it looks like it is from 2008. Well, that one, yeah, you're correct. It is an engine for 2008.
You're not wrong.
It is an engine for 2007 and 8. But you can mod this. You can mod this thing to hack. Do you know sekarang how many mods downloads for Fallout 4 alone? It's almost 1 billion. 1 billion downloads.
Is it unique downloads or repeated downloads? Because I can think of myself.
Even overall, hundreds. That's a big number.
So fair enough.
Yeah. Unique or not, it's still like, okay, 1 million is a lot, but it's 1,000 million.
Yeah.
Imagine that 1,000 times over.
Amazing.
I mean, what is it? Never Gonna Give You Up just recently got 1 billion. So imagine it took this long to get 1 billion.
Oh, man, Fallout's better than the Rick rules, huh? Man.
Imagine that. Well, speaking of a game using an old engine, Anan, you've been playing Apex, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm back on Apex. I mean, technically, it's Source Engine modified, but I don't know. Because,
mean-
yeah.
Technically, it is a modified Source engine that is also modified from the Quake 2 engine, which is also modified from the Tech engine. So there's 4 layers. It's 4 layers.
4 layers, yeah. I mean, okay,
At least
Titanfall.
royal blood lah.
Yeah.
If you trace the inheritance, it's royal blood lah. Those are good engines. Compared to what? Embryo?
Yeah, thankfully these are not the Habsburg bloodline. It says in, I mean, Titanfall starts also, but yeah, even if it's Source Engine, I think they already modified a lot because of the lighting engine, first and foremost. Like in the original Source Engine, you don't have dynamic lighting. You have big lighting. So yeah, that's why. But also, okay, anyways, I'm back in Apex. I haven't been playing for like a year plus. So yeah, going back in is an experience, to say the least. Retraining my aim and stuff. So yeah, I still stand by my statement like a year plus ago when Apex first launched. Like, this is a really good game, and it still does. It's still a really good game. One of the best battle royale out there. Can say that much. Respawn, so to speak, after Titanfall 2 failure. Yeah, Titanfall 2 is a good game, but yeah, the bad launch gives it a bad rap, I guess. Like, it fails because of the bad launch. And they got back with Apex. Like, now they're making really good money. They got it back.
And now they're eternally trapped in the Apex hole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have to redirect all their resources from Titanfall to Apex. So yeah, right now, basically just very skeleton crew for Titanfall. So any support is just a few of them. Okay, yeah. One of the main attraction for me for playing by Apex is the arena mode. So basically, arena mode is a 3v3. So you team up with randos or your friends against 3 others in a small arena. So something like CS, like, I guess, yeah. So you start off the round, you have your cash currency. You can buy equipments or upgrade equipments, and it will your armor will progress as the round goes. And so it's a pretty quick one. If you get 3 rounds, you win. So you can go straight, but you have to win 2 more rounds in front of your rivals, more than your rivals. So let's say you are 2-2. You need 4-2 instead of 3-2 to win the whole game.
Oh, yeah, so that was the matches can be prolonged. I see.
Yes, but it's a maximum of 9 rounds, where the 9th round is a sudden death.
Okay.
So you can go 4-4, and then the 9th round is the sudden death. So anyone that wins the whole game. So it doesn't take long. Okay. Initially, it launches with 4 games wins. So you need to win 4 games for you to win 4 matches to win the game. But it's kind of dragging out, especially if you're being stomped. It's not fun getting stomped for 4 whole rounds. 3 rounds is okay. 3 rounds is fine. Yeah, it's okay.
First to 5 or advantage 2 getting stomped. All right. So bearable.
Yeah, it's bearable. It's bearable. Yeah.
How's the economy game?
Economy. I mean,
there is a buy-in fees and stuff like that. So
a buy phase. Yeah. I mean, first round kind of okay. I mean, regardless whether you win or lose, you can buy pretty good equipment because it's pretty short. It's a pretty short game. So and the economy is pretty generous. So you always have a fighting chance. Just a matter of your skill against them. Okay. So the economy is just a handicap, a progression handicap. That's all. It doesn't hinder your progress, so to speak. It's purely skill, yeah. Just a temporary handicap, in my opinion, for the economy. Even though if you lose, you get pretty substantial amount of money to buy equipments. They're pretty good. Also, yeah, because of I think the addition of the arena mode is pretty genius because instead of playing the normal battle royale where you just land and then get equipments and you may not have any action for the next 10 minutes, and then suddenly you found a team of enemies and then got shot in back and die, and you wasted your last 15 minutes. Now you get to play something that you can improve your skills on. You can meet enemy within the first minute. It's a good fun overall. Instead of wasting your time, you feel okay. I've accomplished something, even though you lost. It's okay.
That's a good way to put it. The game when you trim out the fat.
Yeah, trim out the fat, and it shows Apex as a really polished game when it comes to the gunplay, the hero balance. Yeah, it's pretty good. Also, yeah, the introduction of the new hero, Seer, I believe. I haven't tried him yet, but it's quite powerful. Yeah, people are complaining that he's quite OP, as with any other new character introduction. Overwatch or whatever. So just wait for the nerf, whatever.
It's either people slowly understand how to cope with it, or they'll get nerfed to the ground. Which comes first depends.
Yeah. And I think he's going to get nerfed rather than counter, because his kit is pretty strong. Because you have sort of like a wall hack in a sense, like you can know the enemy, you can detect enemy, like their heart rate. Then you have a sort of time, a medium range timed attack that triggers on enemy action. So it's quite powerful. So you set a zone. I forgot the name of the ability, but basically like you set a zone, and then when enemy shoot or do something, it triggers. It's pretty powerful. Yeah, I think it's gonna get basically, yeah. But nonetheless, Respawn did a good job with their balancing when it comes to weapons, and it doesn't feel bloated at all, even though it's been going for how many years is it now? Apex, but it doesn't feel bloated when it comes to the weapons.
Yeah, it's a good a good grow up for 3 years. Then
yeah, it's good. Like the weapon lineups is. There's only a few additions, and then there's a reshuffle, let's say, from light weapons to special weapons. So instead of bloating the common drop, something of a rare drop. And then what else? I think that the only bloat. I don't think the heroes, the legends are pretty bloated. Yeah, when it comes to content, yeah, Respawn's doing a good job as compared to, I don't know, COD. So it's always a balancing act, a failing balancing act.
Ooh. So we're talking about COD. Can we do a complaint rant? I've stopped playing the game like I think a month now. Because I think like recently there was they usually do this end of season update before the new season update, and they changed the TTK, which is for those not in the know, that is the time to kill. So basically,
is it slow?
Yeah, it's slow. It's super slow now. I think they buff the like more long range weapons for Black Ops and Warzone, and it's not just terrible. and even though I paid like $5, so that's $20 to buy the season pass, I didn't even go until level 10, which is a waste of money. But it be like that.
I mean, one of my early complaints about COD, the better, what's the name again? Warzone, yeah. COD Warzone is, they still inherited the fast TTK of normal multiplayer COD. But yeah, I mean, looking back, Yeah, I mean, the getting low TTK is like Battlefield. But people like Battlefield TTK. I don't know. My opinion is like this is a good addition. I guess it's just that COD players are used to the fast TTK, so their brains already adapt to the to the fast time to kill. Making it slow means making it sluggish and janky.
Yeah, if it's sluggish, I might as well play Battlefield 5.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they nerf they slow down the TTK. I mean, it's been fast this whole time.
Yeah.
So that's the most fundamental feel of the game.
Yeah, but
why?
I have no idea. So, but like I've seen like content creators for COD now playing more long range weapons, the snipers and all.
Yeah.
Because it's better since it's slower, and so might as well just slowly take.
Yeah, might as well go play sniper. Yeah, that makes sense.
Next year's this year's game is World War II, and it looks and from the various leaks of the pictures, it doesn't look good. So I have no doubt this is good. Will this be the first ever caught into the trash fire list? Perhaps.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll see. We haven't get our hands on the game yet, so we'll reserve judgment.
Exactly.
Speaking of games,
what kind of games?
Speaking of games, we have got our hands on. This is a segue before the news. Yeah. We did play one shooter game.
Oh yes, a shooter game.
Yeah, a shooter game that's still not out yet.
A shooter game.
There's an open beta during the time of this recording.
Yes.
Hey guys, do you know that the developers of Left 4 Dead are back for blood? No, literally the game's called Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, it's Back 4 Blood, literally.
I mean, that's the only reason the game's called Back 4 Blood. Because, hey guys, you know those guys, they're Back 4 Blood. Rather than about the game itself being... I mean, why are they calling Back 4 Blood as a new IP? That's super weird, unless you know the context.
So, So let's say this is a hit, and so the next sequel will be Back 4 Blood 2. Or Back 4 Blood More.
I mean, they've done Left 4 Dead too. Back for More Blood would would actually be brilliant, but the people with the patent stuff, the brand managers would just no, don't do that. No, don't do that. No. The fact that we could have gotten Total Warhammer rather than Total Warhammer should give you an indication of where that title. Still good title though.
Yeah. Back 4 Blood, Electric Boogaloo.
Back 4 Blood, a Florida man.
Florida man.
So what do you guys think? We have experienced the game on our own time. Maybe not as much, but we have impressions, very fresh impressions about.
Very fresh. As fresh as someone's blood after being killed.
Oh, the blood though. I can see the blood. The blood, man. Like, the more you kill enemies, the more bloody you get, which is very Devil May Cry, I think.
I mean, your back is already bloody, so title is correct.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel, what's your impression?
Oh yeah, so since I'm playing on the console version, but there is crossplay, so I might be playing the game with PC, PlayStation 5 players, or Google Stadia users.
No, not Google Stadia. It's not coming there.
Oh no, it's not coming to Stadia.
No Stadia for you.
React to the Stadians.
Oh my.
Idiots. No, they don't have the keyboard F. Sorry, press X. Press X for stadium.
Yeah, press X is tedious. So I played with some Xbox players, just some random people. So because there is only, I think, like two acts, two levels, but it is split into 6 or 7 stages. Tak silap kan?
So I
Yeah, I
remember it's
put-
like 4 and 4 from what I remember.
4 and
On
4.
my
4,
session,
4.
our session.
Yeah. So, the console version, since I'm playing on console, it's okay. It runs, I'm reading on next gen console, so it is 60 frames, no exceptions and all. And I guess my only complaint is that it is the auto locking. Since we are playing on console, so it has to do the auto aiming and all. It doesn't stick to, more what's it called? Objective based stuff. Like, let's say later on in the stages that you have to destroy like some nest. It might not focus on the nest, but instead it'll focus on the new zombie, which is very irritating. It needs, it needs the GTA when you're soft focus aim. Like, the first pull, it's not fully on the zombie. It's just like, you can still wiggle around, and then baru the second touch, baru dia snap into the enemy, which is very cool. I think that is your complaint juga kan, Mac?
Yeah,
That it snaps too easily.
yeah, I've played on PC but via controller because I'm a pleb like that, and also my setup is weird. I have a big TV for gameplay, and the keyboard is 90 degrees on the other side. So, anyways, yeah, the thing, my specific example is that I am throwing a very volatile object, a gas can, and the trick is I want to throw it, and then I just want to immediately shoot it without going aim down sights. But then the horde comes in quick, and then auto lock to the not zombie you go. And I have to wiggle it a bit to get it to hit the explosion. So that's a bit cumbersome. Maybe there's an option we haven't checked to make it a bit softer, the lock on stuff. But yeah, that's a bit here. But I think overall it does feel like what I imagined to be Left 4 Dead. I do not spend enough time in Left 4 Dead to say it is or is not Left 4 Dead. Back 4 Blood is. But I have seen a lot of Left 4 Dead games that I can just feel, oh yeah, that reminds me of that. Yeah, I've seen this kind of familiar things. Like the fact that they have the AI stuff, right? The director that makes the game, the campaign, they call it the run. As in, like, you're gonna play multiple runs of the game. They make it like the director just like make sure the ebb and flow of the campaign feels just nice. The pacing is just nice. Oh, now, okay. Like, I played a session with Anan before we recorded this podcast, and we were jumping in hot. Like, Anan's just installed the game, and I've just played 10 minutes. I should talk about that 10 minutes after this. And then the first act is like, Anan, what do you say about when we reached the first safe house?
It's kind of tame.
Yeah,
compared
right.
to for the year.
And then after that, we jinxed it.
Yeah, exactly. The horde just keep on coming. Oh no!
I like the fact that we introduced the big baddie, the big they call it the ogre, the
ogre.
super big zombo, and then he just bails out midway in battle. I thought we killed them, and then he appears again in the tunnel sequence with less than half of health, and then we kill them. And then the director says, "Oh boy, you guys are in for a treat. our finale for the Act 1 is just like non-stop special, they call it special ridden. Yeah, the special zombos. They keep on coming.
Keeps on coming. Kill one, comes another one.
He's taking down the zombie with a very big hand, very big arm on one, a lopsided one big arm. Oh, there's two of them. Oh no, there's one other upstairs. Okay, I'm taking damage from the one downstairs. Oh no.
Oof.
The thing is, you want to play with friends when you play Back 4 Blood. I mean, because of course it's co-op play for 4 players, but also the bots that populate when you don't have enough players or the player builds out midway in the match. They are not good. They are not good. One of the first 10 minutes I was matched up in, I've encountered a weird zombie that where they shoot something and makes you stick in place, and you have nothing to do. You cannot do anything else except for wait for your teammates to help you bash you out of it while you are taking damage slowly. And the first instance, one guy got it, and he cannot wait for the other randos, including me, who know nothing about the game, who don't know what to do. Pop, he bails out. Pop, and then the other guy bails out as well. And now I'm playing with all the bots. And I'm just saying, why do these guys quit early? Come on, we not even into 10 minutes. And then I got stuck into the pickle. And the bots are all around me. They are like surrounding me. They are waiting for the context button to appear, but the context button does not appear because I don't think the bots are programmed to free you from this despair. And you just take damage, and then you just take damage. Okay, now I see why they quit. I quit as well.
That makes sense.
Bots are not good yet.
Will it do? Will it be good, go?
Unlikely. So please, refrain from not from voting. Refrain for depending on bots to play this game. You really need to play with either friends or people who know about the game and can tolerate you if you are not that good at the game. What do you guys think about the weird twist? The deck building. There's cards in this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, at first I don't get why, but at the same time, okay, this is going to be a repeating game that you play again and again. This act, so okay, it makes sense. Okay, you try different card, you try different cards, different builds, different perks, so that makes sense. Find out which one works. Yeah, it adds an interesting twist. It's not like, okay, we're going to play over and over at verbatim, no change. So instead, okay, let's try like melee perks or reload perks or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty good. Daniel?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I space out. Yeah, I think it is interesting. It is a good twist on the mechanicals. I think the last time I seen someone use the deck building style is, what was this game? It was something to do with, well, it's not Hearthstone or anything. It is a game, an action game. I have no idea, but I will get back to you. Tapi it is a good twist because sometimes you need the buffs. Like, there was one buff that I had that was, I think, you can melee enemies to get 2 points of health, and there was one point that I was almost on the brink of death when suddenly, I forgot I have a knife. Stab. Full health, or like not full health, like just enough to run away. So yeah, it is a good. What's the word? It's a good thing for a pinch situation like that.
No lah, it's still early days lah. I mean, the concept in itself makes sense to be implemented. It's a matter of I'm looking at the starter deck, and that's okay, I guess. I mean, it doesn't feel like game changing enough for the moment, but that's a case of give it time, or maybe we'll see more different cards later on that you have to either unlock or they're gonna add it as post launch content. But yeah, there's something there. Just not clicking with me yet. I mean, put it in, do something about it. But yeah,
Yeah, true. Tapi is it worth the price of $60 though?
No,
it's
absolutely
205
not.
over here.
Yeah,
205 on PC. I haven't checked on PlayStation. I believe it is
249.
yeah, the standard 249, so 60 USD lah.
It's a good game, just bad pricing. In my opinion.
Bad pricing.
Even though they put in the money in, like, we put in all the voice lines here, like, if you're taking friendly fire, you know which character is doing it to which character, stuff like that, right? And there's a lot of like the world building seems solid for a game about zombies and post-apocalypse. At the moment, at least it's intriguing. Like, it's not just like another zombie game. Technically, it is, but at least
You want to play another zombie game? How many zombie games are there?
But yeah, at least you feel the money is being put somewhere. Like, even the characters' banter is like, you can tolerate it. It's kind of like haha okay, but also it doesn't go cringe yet. Again, we've only played we've only played like almost an hour. We haven't seen the breadth of it yet, so this is early impressions. Things can age like milk. We don't know. But yeah, maybe on sale I'll pick it up, as long as you guys also pick it up.
Yeah? Oh, it's also a Game Pass.
Oh yeah. Oh, that changes everything. I forgot. On PC as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, settle. Is it October, right? Coming out October,
Yeah,
right?
October.
Okay. Subscribe around then. Alright. June. We can review this game now.
Like, yeah, I feel bad for the PlayStation players. Then you have to pay the $249 and the $399 for the PS5 version.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, that's rough. Because at least I think if I'm not mistaken, Back 4 Blood for the Xbox Series X is, I think it's 60 as well. Because you know, they have this very, very nice thing that we like to call smart delivery. And it's very good. You know, you don't need to buy a second copy.
Yeah, you get on Xbox, you get it on everything.
Wow.
Anything that can on Xbox.
What a concept, Sony.
What a concept.
Okay, here goes. Yeah, so it's $60. The Series X smart delivery one is $60. Well, our the PS4 is $299. Why? I still don't understand why.
You know what? This reminds me, I'm putting on the docket a news piece about a game that drops in price.
Okay. So with that hint, shall we go to the news?
Okay, we're going to the news.
All right. So this is a segue from our Black 4 Blood talks. The game that has been cut in price after a very unsuccessful PS5 launch is none other than Gearbox Software's Godfall. and it came to the PS for this week. Kan, at the time of recording, it is this week, kan?
Yep, this week.
I haven't seen any gameplay. I should look at the gameplay.
Honestly, I haven't seen it. But the only reason I brought it up is because, do you guys remember the price of Godfall when it came out on PS5?
It's the first few. I think it's the first 2 games. That is 300 ringgit.
Yep, it was 299 ringgit, equivalent of the 70 USD. Yep.
$70, yeah.
On Epic is also not that good. It's around 219 ringgit. And you know what? Now that they have a PS4 version, the game on PS Store Asia at least, Godfall Digital Deluxe, there's no standard edition here, just Digital Deluxe. Digital Deluxe is priced at 249 ringgit. PS4 and PS5. PS4 and PS5. Free next gen upgrade. A drop of 50 ringgit terus. I want to say bagus.
50 ringgit. $50 Malaysia ringgit.
And you know what? You know why there's no digital deluxe edition? No digital deluxe. There's no standard edition on PS4, PS5.
Why is that?
Okay, technically I do not know why, but I can understand by just looking at the PC version, which introduces the new standard price. The standard price was around 219 ringgit, if I remember correctly. You know how low it dropped?
How much?
68 ringgit and 49 cents for the standard edition.
How much?
What the hell?
68 ringgit.
Oh, if it's 68 ringgit, if give, suppose who's selling this for our region? Is it Gearbox as well?
Still published by Gearbox.
I'm not sure.
68 ringgit, what the hell? 68 ringgit 49 cents.
Yeah, if it's 68 ringgit, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing this. I mean,
Now I
think
want to
Avengers
buy.
for around that same price.
Now I want to buy Godfall. I think we've talked a lot about off screen, off podcast, off air. That's the word I'm looking for. That Godfall, when it keeps on like discounted, right? Even in discounted, it's like 100 ringgit. I'm not willing to pay that much for what is a known quantity. But 68 ringgit, and on top of a potential discount, now you're talking.
That looks like an attractive pricing.
Yeah.
And it helps that I'm not expecting that much, because I think from what I've seen enough of Godfall to know that for all the reasons, Dark Alliance actually offers more stuff than Godfall.
Oof.
Godfall has teamwork, has team abilities, has extra exploration stuff. Godfall is just straight up quote unquote looter slasher. You just fight. I mean, if you're just gonna fight and have bling bling with it, and big number go up, 68 ringgit is a very nice price.
Yeah, that is the price for what I bought for Avengers. So I might as well.
Again, Godfall.
And from the videos, I'm looking at gameplay. Solid 30. Solid 30, no shiny. The thing that they push. Look at this shiny 60 frames. Solid 30. So why can't you do that in the first place?
That's the thing. I think Godfall would have been better if it's positioned as an indie title, as a small scale indie title. But no, we're gonna go full price. Look at this game, this big. The
PS5. It is PS5. You know, I want to see this.
PS5.
Yeah, PS5 we need. Look at this shiny thing.
I'm hoping at least it's polished. At least pushing buttons feel good. If not, we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a long talk. How come Muso is the best chicken rice shop here? and we've been...
It's a pretty low bar, man.
Yeah, but at least they know what they're doing. They deliver the chicken rice. And good. No, I couldn't say good bargain price because Samurai Warriors 5 is actually pretty pricey.
Yeah, it is quite pricey.
Like, oof, kind of pricey, even on PC. Anyway, I guess next news.
Alright, so next up we have some news that one of our favorite games from the recent, well, not recent lah, this like nak kata recent, not really recent, it's like 3 years ago. It is
that long, huh?
Yeah, 3 years ago. So it is Frostpunk. They are getting a sequel.
Yay.
And we are now going fuel, baby.
No more
We're digging for
coal.
oil.
We're doing
Let's
oil.
go for oil.
I mean, technically this is the first time this world discovers oil. Because it's set in an alternate Victorian era steampunk.
Yeah. It's set in the, let's say, Industrial Revolution, and then suddenly Ice Age.
Oops, Ice Age due to climate change. You know what's better now that we are frozen solid? Hey, we found oil. What could go wrong with finding black gold, huh?
More tyranny and more more tyranny plus equals to more oil. That is the formula.
I mean, the whole teaser is showing some guy being left for dead in the ice cold with a
left to froze.
left freezing outside in front of oil rig. So you can see where how dark it may go. I mean, even the first Frostpunk has you do like sinister stuff for the sake of survival.
Yeah.
I mean, is it sinister when that's the only way to survive?
Morally questionable. Not necessarily sinister, just to survive you have to do stuff.
State of emergency, man. State of emergency. Everything goes.
Everything goes. Yeah. I mean, Frostpunk, the very mechanics of it it's a good blend between like city builder and, I don't know, constrained city builder, I would say. Just fits right within my preference. I don't like to open city builders, so Frostpunk is perfect. So I'm excited how they're going to expand it from the original Frostpunk.
Yep.
Now come to think of it, that's no wonder there's a boom of survival city builders these days, eh?
Yeah. A scenario based. But I mean, my biggest hope for Frostpunk 2 is modding support, because people have been asking for modding support for Frostpunk, and even until now. But because 11-bit Studios is pretty small, so they don't have the resources to dedicate to turn Frostpunk to a modder friendly. So I hope they started early on for Frostpunk 2 with the architecture for modding friendly, because it's a scenario based survival city builder. There's so much thing that you can do, setting parameters and stuff. Oh man, it's so rich. There's so many things for you to generate the contents. Very right. I hope they took that path instead of staying with the old Frostpunk way of non-moddable. Damn it.
Run the city with just children. Go.
Oh. Also, yeah, growing children instead of just children. The children will grow up and then have school. It's like, yeah. Oh man, there's so many things that you can do. Why 11-bit studios? Why? Make your game audible, please.
No release date yet and no gameplay, but yeah, we'll stay tuned.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully launch pretty soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. What do we have? Unofficial news, rumors, I guess, of Grand Theft Auto Remaster. Oh man.
Is it a remaster though?
A remake?
Oh no, we're gonna have this conversation again.
No. Last like when they announced it like early in the morning, I already found the term for it. It is. Hold on, I have to find the word. Yeah, remastic.
Remastic.
Look,
that's a good one.
Look, the Venn diagram of what is considered a port, a remake, and a remastered is so blurred that I don't care anymore. I mean that's the reason why we put best remake, remastered in one group in our awards. Because we don't care about like making sure this is a remake, this is a remaster. Because the lines are too much blurry now. Anyway, what's the news again about GTA?
Okay, so Rockstar Dundee, their newest acquisition, way back I think in late last year. They are currently, well, according to sources from Kotaku, that they are remaking the original trilogy. So there is Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas from the ground up for next-gen consoles. I think, next-gen consoles. And Nintendo Switch. The weird part is they are running it on the Unreal 4 engine.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, that's why I asked: is it a remake or is it a remaster? Because if it's a remaster,
it's a remake.
Do some work on the work. Put it on whatever engine it is and jalan. Because I think renderware, is the game's on renderware, isn't it? And that is a dank, old, very, very old engine.
And the people who make renderware don't use renderware anymore. Because of company policy. EA.
Oh yeah, it is under EA now. Yeah,
Criterion.
It was made by Criterion. And I believe I think it was hold on. I remember one time Criterion was a part of Canon, the camera company. Yeah. I'm not sure if the renderware was during the Canon days or when they went independent or something. Anyways, just fun facts.
That's interesting. That is still interesting to me. So they are now, I think, like Rockstar Dundee used to be what's it called? It is Ruffian Games. Yes, it is Ruffian Games. They made the Halo Master Chief Collection. So they basically ported 2 Xbox original games and 3 Xbox 360 games into next gen. With varying success.
Didn't they make Crackdown 2?
Crackdown 3. They made they made Crackdown 2.
And technically Crackdown is created by it comes full circle again.
Yeah, it is by Rockstar.
It comes full circle, of course.
Yeah, Rockstar Dundee. Scotland. I thought when I heard Dundee, I thought it was, Australian, but no, it is Scotland. Quite near to Rockstar North, actually.
I guess there are plenty of Dundies in the world, I guess.
Tapi tu lah. Is it because of what?
No, is it because of Crocodile Dundee or something that is associated to Australia?
Yeah.
Dundee's a done deal.
I mean, but okay, they are remaking the games, but why do you take to need to have the DMCAs to take down the mods?
I think I'm okay. I think the logic is that if they don't, they're going to lose the rights to the game. They have to enforce it somehow. Because okay, let's say if someone actually make a damaging kind of modification that how do I say this infringes on their trademark and copyright, and they go to court, Take-Two won't have any recourse because they don't enforce their copyright ownership, trademark ownership prior to the lawsuit, so to speak. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a safe. It's a safer option for them to retain the copyright and stuff. Of course, it's shitty, but that's how the copyright law works, I guess.
No wonder there's so many remakes of Disney classics that are terrible, but Disney say, go ahead.
Oh yeah, those are totally just to ensure they assert their dominance of the copyright, rather than actually to make. Never mind about that. Anyways,
I mean, Mickey Mouse is going public domain, so expect a Mickey Mouse punya like movie or whatever in the next 2 years.
I mean, have you seen the Michael Rodden psychological thriller? The one where Mickey goes to Vietnam and having PTSD. There's a whole show about Mickey Mouse, and it's actually a brilliant one. I forgot the name. But just search Mickey Mouse Vietnam and you'll find the rabbit hole.
Why? Okay. Yeah, there's also another one. Prostitute Mickey.
Oh.
Okay, we're going off the rails right now. It's made by the guys.
They block this video. They block this video. It's canon. If they block it, it is officially canon. Do it, cowards. Okay, next.
Games delay. Part 6, 5.
Yeah, I think it's 5. It's
part 5.
So it's 5, right?
Yeah, it's 5. Part go. Part go.
Let's go. Doesn't sound nice.
Let's go.
Let's go. Delay another few games. All right. So, okay, for this time, all of these games are delayed to 2022, and that games are from Square Enix. Life is Strange Remastered Collection. This is Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm, which I feel doesn't need to be remastered. Tapi, well, I'm not Square Enix, so I cannot complain. And then we have the ever-changing story that is Digimon Survive that keeps delaying without showing any gameplay. Have they shown any gameplay?
I haven't heard of this game until today. What is it again?
It is a turn-based Digimon game, which I think like you and your Digimon have to survive a post-apocalyptic event. Yeah, it is a post-apocalyptic event. So now you and the only people left are you and your Digimon, which on paper sounds interesting. Tapi it's been delayed twice dah. Once in 2019 and like in 2019, which they say it will release end of 2021, and then now it's delayed to 2022.
Okay, this has been a long while, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the theme is interesting. It's like very nostalgic. Like I'm guessing this will go the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon route and probably your Digimon probably sacrifice its life, etc. You didn't hear it from me. Tapi yeah, it has that feeling, that vibe, that Pokemon Dungeon Master vibe. And lastly, yeah, quite interesting. And lastly, another game that's got delayed. Now we can mention it now because I at this point I don't care anymore. Diablo Immortal. And the silence you hear is us also not caring.
I can stay in hell for a bit longer, I don't care.
No. They said they want to release in September. That was the expected launch, but I think I think there was a beta that happened, and they didn't. And although the game, they say the gameplay is fine, I think there was some fundamental issues, ataupun it's boring. I don't know. Because it's already live in Australia. And after like the initial reports, it just gone quiet. Like the game didn't exist. Like it should be. Sad. I mean, nothing is releasing next month, then. Definitely not a game that is remade. Definitely not. And last part of our news, it is another Forza Horizon 5 update.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm back in. What did I miss? Nothing. Alright, cool.
You missed nothing.
Yeah, you missed nothing. Yeah, Vamos Horizon update. They have shown the map.
Vamos.
And a new car. The 2021 Toyota Supra A90. That is the actual name.
Is that a Supra?
Yes, they did say that on the live stream. A variant of them. Of course.
Of course.
Was
Of course
that
they
a
did.
Supra? Of course, yes.
Oh, it's a Z4.
The fun bit is that they actually shoot some of the customization things. You can slap in the heritage body kit, the official heritage body kit, so you can make it look like that Supra, sort of. Or you can get the HKS body kit. Or the white body kit, I mean. Or you can slap in the big wang. Can you slap a big wang? Yes! Big wings. Confirmed in Forza Horizon 5. At least for the Supra.
Tapi the map is big. The map is big though.
Yes, the map.
The 1 kilometer, the Fast and Furious S 1 kilometer long airport airline. What's the air runway? Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's long. It's long. You know you need to shift a lot of gears. It's going to be a drag place.
I like that how a lot of the more mainstream media are gawking at how big Mount Doom is. Well, technically not Mount Doom, but the volcano that sits at the middle of the top left, I guess. Northwest of the map is big. It takes up a lot of space. Yeah, the dunes are not that much. A lot of them are greenery. You know, Mexico has a lot of color. Mostly green.
Green.
The highway looks fun.
Oh, and yeah, that is fun. And I think they already can also, it will be like, the seasons thing will be like, it's going to rain. Like, you know, rainy season, and then I'm pretty sure there will be a sandstorm season.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be chasing it while the route is playing in the background. Not in game, but we're gonna turn it on anyway.
Yeah lah, there's no there's no what's that? Dia punya tu, the music app again that was shown in Forza 4. Zune? Not Zune. I forgot it.
No, not Mixer. No.
Yeah, Mixer. It's Spotify now.
Depends lah. If they have the sense of humor, they would license the Root Sandstorm to be put in the radios in Forza Horizon 5. We will see.
Maybe like the first time you go through the Sandstorm for the first time, for the introduction races.
Oh, yeah. Make it a story mode. Make it a story mode race. Make it scripted and make it them play the Root Sandstorm only on that race. Only for that one race. They license the song. That would be stupid fun. And we've seen Forza doing stupid fun stuff. Remember last game, Forza Horizon 4? They've been video game, car racing game references. Some of them are very obvious and some of them not really. Yeah, Forza Horizon gonna be a good time.
Foreshadowing a certain cyberpunk game before a year before.
Yeah. I mean, they've put in the Final Fantasy car, so might as well put in the Cyberpunk car, I guess.
Cyberpunk car.
They're gonna put on the RPG cars into Forza. I mean, sure. I mean, if Horizon Forbidden West somehow has a car and Sony and Microsoft decided to make a deal, they put in the Horizon car in Forza Horizon 5.
What will be the Horizon car? What, they Master Chief punya Warthog, whatever.
Oh yeah, you can put it the other way around. Put in the Warthog in Horizon Forbidden West. Sure. Anyway, I guess on that note, we have to end the podcast.
Yeah.
So, what's on the thumbnail?
I guess the dialogue tree can be the thumbnail after 90 episodes. It comes back for the first time in forever.
Oh, you want to put in the the throwback should be on 100.
Okay. Too early.
Not yet.
So maybe we will put in, but the dialogue tree will be still there. But the dialogue tree, I think we just put in Back for Blood or Dungeons and Dragons.
Put it on Bloody Space.
Yeah.
Chicken rice on Bloody Space with a dialogue choice.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Cool. I'm still figuring out what the stupid quote for the title yet. Well, now I'll go through and listen this whole conversation again. But anyways, Daniel, do you have to share your links? Do you have links? You have social links to share?
As of right now, we
Don't worry.
Nah,
It'll be back.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about something that's happening during this episode, which by the time you hear it, you'll be fine. I can assure you. I have a review coming next week. Well, at the time recording, of this one game that we've talked about. That is our gold standard for Musou games now, which is Samurai Warrior 5. AKA, why do they make Obunga this hot?
Oh, you call it Obunga?
See?
Aduh.
He's our lovable meathead. The lovable meathead, and everybody, like, if you see the battle codes, kan, everybody thought, oh, this guy is just a meathead. Tapi kalah gak?
You know what? The first time I see Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, right, as characters in Samurai Warriors 5, I'm saying, am I playing Naruto? Am I playing Naruto right now? I mean, there's plenty of shonen tropes like this, but the first thing, is this Naruto? Why? Anyway, that's Samurai Warriors 5. Yeah, anything else?
That's it. And follow me on Twitter. That is Flaky at FL4KY. None?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Drop near DR4UPN1R. DR4UPN1R. I don't have anything, I guess. Meck?
And I am Amirul Mekronos, Ashraf Meckronos. Find me Twitter there. I'm still working on a review for Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. It will come, I guess.
Even writing a review for that is a slog.
To the fact that I made another review on before. I made another review on top of that. Oh yeah, if you haven't checked out the review for Cliff, which I think I've teased the previous episode, that's a good platformer. Go check it out. That's a good indie platformer. What else? I should have looked it up, but anyways, I think that's it. Something will be happening on GamerMatters.com. Don't worry, there's content to come. And that's it. That's dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And
If your cousin asks you to go bowling, just say yes.
Yeah. And never play the highly acclaimed game RPG MMO that is Final Fantasy 15. No wait, not 15, 14. Sorry. It's very fun.